How often do you think about your heart health? Are you aware of the risks of cardiovascular disease? Well, let's dive into the heart of the matter. Cardiovascular diseases, encompassing coronary heart disease and stroke, claim the top spot as the leading cause of death in the United States. Particularly at risk are blacks and Hispanics in underserved communities. It's a sobering reality, isn't it? But there's good news. Cardiovascular disease is largely preventable. Stay tuned to learn how you can keep your heart beating strong. Heart Smarts, a health program, is here to empower you to live a heart-healthy lifestyle. This program is not just about information, but about transformation. It offers a comprehensive approach to help you understand and achieve heart health. Heart Smarts is committed to reducing the incidence of cardiovascular disease, the leading cause of death in the United States. The program focuses on underserved communities where the risk of heart disease and stroke is greatest. Through education and empowerment, Heart Smarts aims to turn the tide on these statistics. It's a call to action, a call to change, a call to live healthier, longer lives. Heart Smarts is about arming you with the knowledge and tools you need to make heart-smart choices every day. It's about the power of prevention and the promise of a healthier future. Remember, Heart Smarts is not just a program, it's a life-changing journey. It's about taking control of your health, one heartbeat at a time. But don't just take our word for it. Listen to these stories from people who have benefited from Heart Smarts. Imagine being told you're at risk for heart disease, a leading cause of death in the United States. Now picture having the knowledge and tools to combat that risk head-on. For people like Maria, a single mother from an underserved community, Heart Smarts was a beacon of hope. The program informed decisions about her heart health, ultimately reducing her risk of cardiovascular diseases. And then there's John, a middle-aged man who was once a prisoner of his poor lifestyle choices. For him, Heart Smarts was not just a program, but a lifesaver. It opened his eyes to the risks he was taking and gave him the push he needed to commit to a healthier lifestyle. These are not just testimonials, they are life-changing stories. Stories of empowerment, resilience, and triumph over heart disease. These are real stories from real people who have seen the impact of Heart Smarts in their lives. Are you ready to be the next success story? Your heart health is in your hands, and with Heart Smarts, you have the power to make a difference. It's time to take that first step towards a healthier lifestyle, a step that could redefine your future. Heart Smarts is not just an ally, it's a beacon, guiding you to make informed decisions for your heart health. So why wait? The path to a healthier heart is just a click away. You'll find the link to Heart Smarts right down in the description below. Start your journey towards a healthier heart today with Heart Smarts.
Have you ever wondered how your smartphone screen responds to touch or how a compass always points north? It's not magic, but a force just as fascinating. It's called electromagnetism, and it's a key player in many of the phenomena we observe and technologies we use every single day. Imagine this: without electromagnetism, the vibrant, colorful world we see around us would be entirely different. Our vision is made possible by light, which is, in fact, an electromagnetic wave. So every time you marvel at a beautiful sunset or a rainbow, you're experiencing the wonders of electromagnetism. Now, electromagnetism isn't just about light. It's one of the four fundamental forces of nature, alongside gravity, the strong nuclear force, and the weak nuclear force. But what sets electromagnetism apart is its pervasive presence in our day-to-day lives. It governs most of the physical interactions we experience, from the static electricity that makes your hair stand on end, to the functionality of your microwave, and even to the data stored on your computer's hard drive. Electromagnetism is like the invisible puppet master, subtly pulling the strings behind the scenes. It's the force that enables electric currents to create magnetic fields. It's the principle that allows us to generate electricity simply by moving a magnet. It's the reason why your phone's GPS can pinpoint your location, or why an X-ray machine can peer into the human body. And yet, for all its ubiquity, electromagnetism remains a mystery to many. It's a world where the rules of our familiar physical reality are bent and reshaped, a world that's both intricate and beautiful in its complexity. But don't worry, you don't need to be a physics genius to appreciate the magic of electromagnetism. It's a subject that's as accessible as it is profound, and it's our aim to guide you through this captivating realm. So buckle up. We're about to embark on an exciting journey into the heart of electromagnetism. We'll explore its principles, its applications, and the ways in which it shapes our world. As we delve deeper into this topic, prepare for a journey that will illuminate the invisible forces at work around us. Imagine a world without electricity. It's almost impossible, isn't it? But did you know that electric currents are directly responsible for creating magnetic fields? Let's dive into the invisible world of electric currents and magnetic fields. At the heart of this relationship is a fundamental principle. Moving electric charges generate magnetic fields. Think about it like this. Imagine you're floating in a calm river and you start paddling. Your movement stirs up the water, creating ripples that radiate outward. In the same way, when electric charges move, they create a disturbance in the space around them. This disturbance is a magnetic field. The strength of the magnetic field depends on the amount of electric current and the distance from the source. The more current there is, the stronger the magnetic field. And just like how the ripples in the water become smaller as they move away from you, the magnetic field becomes weaker the further away you are from the current. This principle is harnessed in countless everyday applications. Your refrigerator magnet? It sticks to the fridge because the electric current in the tiny atoms of the magnet creates a magnetic field. The buzzing electric transformers you see on power poles? They work by changing the amount of electric current, which changes the magnetic field and then uses that to transfer power. And let's not forget the electric motors that power everything from your electric toothbrush to your car. They work by using electricity to create a magnetic field, which then pushes on another set of magnets to create motion. In a similar manner, generators are the flip side of motors. They use motion and magnetic fields to create electric current. When a coil of wire spins inside a magnetic field or a magnetic field spins around a coil of wire, it creates a flow of electric charges or current in the wire. So next time you flip a switch or use an electronic device, remember the invisible magnetic fields at work. It's a fascinating dance of energy and force, all happening beyond what our eyes can see. Now that we understand how electric currents create magnetic fields, let's flip the script. Can magnetic fields induce electric currents? Well, the answer is a resounding yes. This fascinating phenomenon is known as electromagnetic induction. In the early 19th century, a scientist named Michael Faraday made a remarkable discovery. He found out that a changing magnetic field can produce an electric current in a conductor. This principle, known as Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, is at the heart of many technologies that we use today. So how does this work? Imagine a coil of wire. When a magnet is moved in and out of the coil, the magnetic field through the coil changes. This change creates a voltage or electromotive force, which drives an electric current around the coil. But it's not just the movement of a magnet that can cause this. Any change in the magnetic field, whether it's due to the magnet moving or the magnetic field itself changing, can induce an electric current. This is why the term electromagnetic induction is used. It's all about how a changing magnetic field induces or generates an electric current. Now let's talk about how this principle is applied in the real world. One of the most common applications of electromagnetic induction is in electric generators. These machines convert mechanical energy into electrical energy. When a coil of wire is spun within a magnetic field, the changing magnetic field induces an electric current in the coil. This is how most of our electricity is generated, from the massive turbines in power plants to the small generators in wind turbines. And then there's wireless charging. You know how you can just place your phone on a charging pad and it starts charging without any wires? That's electromagnetic induction at work. The charging pad contains a coil that creates a changing magnetic field. This field induces an electric current in a second coil inside your phone, charging the battery. From powering cities to charging your phone wirelessly, electromagnetic induction is a principle that powers our world. Did you know that every time you surf the internet, watch TV, or use your GPS, you're relying on something called electromagnetic waves? These are not just any waves. They are the heartbeat of our modern communication systems. Electromagnetic waves are ripples in the fabric of electromagnetic fields, just like waves on a pond. But unlike those on a pond, these propagate through space at the speed of light, carrying energy and information with them. They are created when an electric charge vibrates or accelerates. This disturbance triggers a wave that radiates outward like a stone tossed into a still pond. And just as the stone's splash can make waves of different sizes, electromagnetic waves also come in a variety of wavelengths and frequencies, forming what we call the electromagnetic spectrum. This spectrum is a vast playground of invisible energy. At one end, we have the longer, lower frequency waves like radio and TV waves. These are the workhorses of our communication systems, carrying signals across continents and oceans. In the middle of the spectrum, we find visible light, the small slice of the electromagnetic spectrum our eyes can detect. It's these waves that make it possible for us to see the world around us. Further along the spectrum, we encounter the shorter, higher frequency waves like X-rays and gamma rays. These waves, while invisible to our eyes, have powerful applications in medicine and astronomy. X-rays, for instance, let doctors peer inside our bodies without a single incision, while gamma rays help astronomers explore the mysteries of distant galaxies. But perhaps the most fascinating thing about electromagnetic waves is their ability to travel through the vacuum of space. This is how the light from distant stars reaches our eyes, and how our spacecraft communicate with Earth from across the solar system. Electromagnetic waves, the invisible messengers, are constantly at work, transmitting information and energy across vast distances. Whether it's a text message from a friend, a TV show, or even the warmth of the sun on your face, it's all thanks to these incredible, invisible messengers. We've journeyed through the fascinating world of electromagnetism. But what does it all mean for us? Well, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned. We've discovered the captivating relationship between electric currents and magnetic fields. We've seen how a simple flow of electrons can create a magnetic field around a wire, and how that field can be manipulated to create electromagnets. These principles are at work every time we use an electric motor or generator. We've also explored the process of electromagnetic induction. This phenomenon, where a changing magnetic field induces an electric current, powers many of our everyday devices. When you charge your electric toothbrush on its stand, or cook on an induction stove, you're experiencing the wonders of electromagnetic induction firsthand. Moreover, we've dived into the world of electromagnetic waves. These invisible messengers, carrying everything from radio waves to visible light to X-rays, zip through space at the speed of light. Whether you're tuning into your favorite radio station, basking in the sunlight, or getting an X-ray at the doctor's office, you are interacting with electromagnetic waves. This all might sound like magic, but it's not. It's science. And it's science that is deeply ingrained in our lives and our technology. The principles of electromagnetism are at the heart of countless innovations. From the humble compass that guided sailors through the ages to the smartphones that connect us globally, to the MRI machines that help doctors see inside our bodies, all of these rely on the power of electromagnetism. Electromagnetism is not just a fascinating scientific principle. It's a fundamental part of our world that shapes our daily lives and our future. It's an invisible force that powers our technology, fuels our curiosity, and continues to inspire new discoveries. So the next time